Hi everyone, it's LR510 again. Just wanted to sort of go over a new sort of product that's been on the market only for a short time really, compared to the normal electronic cigarettes lifetime, which has been around for what, 3 or 4 years now. It's just a new sort of evolution on the Atomisers. They've been around for a few months at least now. Basically, it looks exactly the same as a standard sort of atomizer. I don't have a standard one handy except for my green one. But anyway, it looks exactly the same as a 510 atomizer, but it's actually what's called a low resistance 510 atomizer. And without getting into all the technical details of low resistance and all that kind of stuff, essentially it makes a 3.7 volt device such as this screwdriver Mark II act in a similar way to a high voltage device, say 5 volts or 6 volts would with a standard atomizer. So essentially you're getting a lot more vapor, and I find I get a lot more throat hit from a 3.7 volt device. So I'll just show you what I mean. So there's a lot of vapor there, and I took a relatively short draw on the atomizer there. So usually you would have like a 5-second draw. That was like 2 or 3 seconds basically. So I'll go for a bit longer. So as you can see, it's probably about double the amount of vapor that you would get. Now this is the thing I didn't show in my last one. It's the soft leather carry case for the Mark I. It's really good because you put your Mark I in there, and it just sort of, the way it sits in there, it actually protects from activating the switch. So you just pull it out. So actually there's the standard atomizer. As you can see, they're both identical length. They look exactly the same, but it's the wiring inside that makes all the difference. So this is 3.6 volt, 317 volt, same sort of thing, with the standard atomizer. So that was the 2-second drag like from before. So you can see there's a lot less vapor, and now the normal sort of 4 or 5 second drag. So as you can see, you're still getting a decent amount of vapor from the standard resistance atomizer, but when you put on the low resistance atomizer on the a 3.7 volt device, as I say, it just makes a lot more vapor and a lot more throat hit. So that's basically, that 2-second draw then was pretty much the equivalent of that 4 or 5 second draw I took from this device. So essentially the same device, really, but one's got the low resistance atomizer and one's got the standard resistance. Now the downside, of course, is because it's essentially running, let's say, hotter, just for simplicity's sake, it's actually a little bit less durable. Some people have found that they seem to last around about the same time. Other people find, like myself included, that they last maybe only, you know, like 75% or 50 to 75% of the time that a standard atomizer will last. So it's like that, you know, the old saying, you know, flame that burns brighter, burns shorter, sort of thing. So that's the general idea behind it. The other thing is, due to the lower resistance, they are drawing more current from your batteries, so you will discharge your batteries a lot faster. Obviously though, with these big battery mods, which is probably what they're best for anyway, these low resistant atomizers, with the big battery mods, you know, you're getting like a day and a half out of a standard atomizer anyway, so that's really only pulling it back to, say, you know, like half a day to 3/4 of a day, so it's not a huge, you know, difference. One thing that all the sellers of the low resistance atomizers do say though is not to use it on the standard battery. I think I've still got standard here. This little thing, it'll kill this battery. It'll kill it dead within a day, apparently. I mean, I haven't tried, but apparently, you know, you'll kill those little pissy little batteries. Basically, they're just not up to the task. Another thing you shouldn't do is use these on a high voltage device. Again, because it's drawing, it's allowing, see, a low resistance allows more current to flow through, so it's going to allow more power to come through. So if you have a higher powered device, you're going to burn these out. Now, people have said on 5 volts they've had them instantly fail, so they've instantly died because there's just too much power for the atomizer, for the low resistance atomizer to take. But if you put them on the low voltage, well, 3.7 volt devices, which is what they've been designed for, to reproduce a high voltage effect on a low voltage device, they seem to work fine. I mean, flavour wise, I noticed that maybe it's a little bit less flavour, but not considerably amount. I mean, I'm using Liberty Flight's cola flavour, which is not the strongest flavour of all the flavours that are out there, and I can still quite easily taste the cola flavour there. You know, it's majority a PG mix, so it's not like there's lots of VG and that's why there's more vapour. And I'm getting a really strong throat hit from this 24 milligram juice. So there you go. So that's basically the low resistance atomizer. That's, you know, something new I've been trying out. Hopefully tomorrow I'll get a restock of some of the new flavours that I basically vaped through within, you know, like a week of getting them, so I don't have them anymore to review. So hopefully I'll get those tomorrow and I can review them for you then.